In 1862, a Confederate conductor finishes his breakfast. He looks up. His train is gone. 22 Union soldiers are about to steal a train. Not just any train. A 60-ton Confederate war machine. In broad daylight, while everyone's eating breakfast. They'll trigger the wildest manhunt in Civil War history and accidentally create America's highest military honor. This is the Great Locomotive Chase. Here's the plan. James Andrews, a civilian spy, recruits 22 volunteers. They strip off their uniforms, dress like Southern farmers, and walk straight into enemy territory. Their target? The general. A locomotive carrying Confederate supplies on the Western and Atlantic Railroad. But they're not just stealing it. They're going to destroy the entire rail line behind them, cutting off the South's supply route to Chattanooga. If it works, it could shorten the war by years. If it fails, it's execution by hanging. April 12, 1862. Big Shanty, Georgia. The train pulls in for a scheduled breakfast stop. Here's the genius part. Big Shanty has no telegraph. No troops. The crew and passengers file off to eat. The general sits there, engine running, completely unguarded. Andrews waits, watches, and gives a signal. The 22 men casually walk to the train, climb aboard, and before anyone can swallow their grits, they gun it. The throttle slams open. The general roars forward. Smoke, steam, gone. The Confederates are still holding their forks. Now meet William Fuller, the conductor. He walks outside, sees his train disappearing into the distance, and here's what he does. He runs after it. In dress shoes, most people would give up. Not Fuller. This man is furious. He runs 2 miles, finds a handcar, pulls it like his life depends on it, because it does. Then he spots an old locomotive on a siding, fires it up. Now he's got steam, chases on. Ahead, the Union spies are working, cutting telegraph wires and prying up rails, uncoupling boxcars and shoving them backward to derail Fuller. Fuller sees the boxcars rolling at him. Does he stop? No. He catches them on his cowcatcher and pushes them out of the way like bowling pins. The raiders throw railroad ties on the tracks. Fuller bounces over them. They tear up more rails. Fuller stops, relays them by hand, and keeps coming. 87 miles, but he never quits. But here's the problem. Steam engines need fuel. And Andrews didn't account for one thing. They never got a chance to refuel. The pressure gauge drops. The speed bleeds off. The general's gasping. Behind them, Fuller's engine is screaming at full throttle. Just 18 miles from Union lines, the general dies. Andrews looks at his men. Every man for himself. They bail. Into the woods. Into the rain and into a manhunt. Within 2 weeks, all 22 are captured. James Andrews was hanged as a spy. No trial, no mercy. But the soldiers who survived went to a Union prison camp. And when they were finally exchanged, Secretary of War Edwin Stanton did something unprecedented. He created a brand new award, something that had never existed before in American military history. The Medal of Honor. The very first medals of honor ever awarded went to the survivors of the Great Locomotive Chase. They lost the train, they lost their leader, but they became the first legends of America's highest honor. And the general, it's still around. You can see it today at a museum in Kennesaw, Georgia. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great American stories.